All right, so I removed the backing of the fridge to expose the fan. So this fan is squeaking, all right? And as you can see, the pan, the drip pan needs to be cleaned as well. I cleaned it about 6 months ago, but I'm just gonna plug the fridge back in and see if you can hear the squeaking. My dog is whining. It sounds like the bearings are going. Either way, what I'm probably going to have to do is take the fan out and just pour some grease into the bearings and see if that helps things out, just to extend the longevity. Because if you wanted to buy this from the manufacturer, this fan would be stupid expensive. So what I'm going to try to do is get a little bit more life out of this fan. Let's take this fan out and see if we can grease it up. All right, so I'm going to start off with taking off the housing, and this is a 1/4 inch. I'm not sure if you're actually going to be able to see this. And I unplugged the power right here. Obviously, I unplugged the power to the fridge, like the main power as well. Now I'm hoping what happens is this fan portion detaches from the housing here, so I don't have to deal with anything around here, right? So hopefully this just pops out. All right, so you can see this just pops right out. All right, so I'm gonna drag this fan through here, and let's see if it goes through these wires without buggering anything up. Easier said than done, I guess. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so here it is. Let's get to it. Okay, so I cleaned up the fan blades, blew it out, and now I'm going to take this Phillips head screwdriver and expose the inner workings. And hopefully I don't destroy whatever's inside. And now all I want to do is just drop some grease in there. You know, some type of oil, like lubricating oil. I'm going to try to pry it open on this end. So you take your flathead. That's the appropriate size to actually wedge into this. And you just move it side to side and move it up. And look at that. All right. And same thing with the other side. This might be actually a little bit too large. Okay, and there you go. It just slides up. Not like that and bust it off. Because right now I have a piece that's kind of roaming around in there. So let's open it up. All right, so that's the piece. Now I want to be able to drop some 3-in-1 oil in there and not get it all over the electronics. All right, so after taking the backing off the housing, I assumed that you'd be able to drop a few drops of oil into the bearings from the back. Okay, now I don't see any way or any gap where oil could be just poured down the side and get into the bearings. So this was a fruitless endeavor because I'm not going to be squirting oil anywhere into the electronics. So now I'm going to put the backing on, screw it back together, and just pour it down there, all right? And see how that goes. Let's get to it. All right, so I'm going to pour some of this oil down into the shaft. Now I probably pour a little bit too much in there. So let's see if this helps the issue. Now I'm going to plug this back in to the fridge and see how long this lasts. You know, this isn't going to be a permanent fix, okay? Now, if I can get another year out of it, or until I want to pony up for another fan, who knows? I'll price one out, but I think it's pretty crazy, right? Because these manufacturers don't want you to fix your fridge. They want you to throw your fridge away, right? That's the whole point. Anyways, let's give it a shot. Let's get to it. Now that I pour the oil down the shaft, all right, I'm kind of just orientating the fan kind of up and down to the sides, all right, because it's going to be mounted this way, okay? So if I just kind of installed it this way but didn't turn it upside down, all right, just to get it totally lubricated, it wouldn't be necessarily as lubricated in every single area that I would like. And I'm sure this is just redundancies, but this is what I'm doing. Just turn it this way as well, right? Off to the side. And now I'm going to put it back in and let's see if it squeaks or makes that silly noise. All right, so everything is back in place. Now let's check and see if the fan's working. So I'm going to plug it in. Well, that's obviously a lot quieter. I'm not sure this is going to keep it up. All right, so I'm going to unplug the fridge one more time and check it out on startup once again. What is with this plug-in? All right. So the squeaking or the noise has definitely disappeared, but I'm sure this is a temporary fix, but let's go from here. All right.